Hello and happy Monday. Welcome to another fantastic episode of the Lake Norman Woman podcast here from Studio C in Cornelius. Katie, we took some time off and we changed things up. It got a little wild in here.
I came back and we're in a whole different location. That's all right.
It's all right.
We have to be able to adjust.
That's right. We have to be fluid and just change with whatever goes on. So had a little bit of an AC issue in the studio in Statesville at our regular podcasting studio. So a little mix up, but glad to be here.
Appreciative to have the AC
fantastic guest with us, Charlisa, Coach C. Love anytime we get to talk to you. So we'll get in more with you in just a little bit, but thrilled to have you here with us again today.
Thank you. I'm grateful to be here.
Yes. And so, Katie, it's been a couple weeks, right?
I know. We've been texting back and forth.
Yes.
I was getting ready this morning. I'm like, it seems like forever since we have sat down.
It's been a while since we just sat down and talked. So what's been going on? How's the farm? What's going on out there?
I don't even know. I feel like I haven't been to the farm in forever. It has probably only been a week in all actuality, but I mean, it's good. Everything is just so dry and miserable and hot. You know, the horses feel the same way we do. They love their hoses. They love their misters. They want anything to stay cool, but it's summertime in the South.
It's just going to be hot.
It's just going to be.
Now, you just took a trip back to your hometown, though. Yes. How was that?
Freezing.
Oh, freezing. Okay. So you were freezing while we were dying.
I was freezing. Yes. So it was funny. We actually flew out last week and it was like 110 plus here working Monday morning. And then we flew out Monday afternoon and I landed and it was in the 60s. And my body literally was like, what are you doing? What are we doing? And so I had a sweatshirt on. I was wrapped up in blankets. Like it's like you were sitting back and I'm like, I know this is a gorgeous day and it's beautiful. And yet I'm freezing.
Because you're from Massachusetts.
I'm from Massachusetts, yes. So the exact geological center of Massachusetts, there's a tree with a plaque. And it's gorgeous. I mean, it is gorgeous. But it was definitely a little chillier down here or up there than it was down here.
And this is a reunion with is this an annual event, your family reunion that you went and did?
This is just our annual trip. We have, ever since I moved down here, we've always gone home. Well, really since I had Natalie and stopped racing, we always went home in July because it kind of gives us a little break in the summer before school starts. And so we go home and try to spend at least a week and a half to 2 weeks and see everybody. Because my whole family lives on the same street. I mean, it's a small town. Like you talk about Shelby, it's a small town. And we just love it. We hang out, eat, laugh, eat some more. It's perfect.
Just enjoy that time. And you get your fill, I'm sure, of Dunkin' Donuts while you're there.
Oh, yes. Dunkin' and seafood. Like I have all the list of like all the places that I want to eat. There's a place called Hot Dog Annie's. It's been around since 1950. You can get a hot dog.
A hot dog, not a hot dog.
And a hot dog.
Oh, okay.
And a hot dog. Like you get a hot dog and it's made one of like 4 ways. It's like $3. But it's one of the best places. So it's like those neat places that we grew up eating thinking they were like nothing.
Right.
You come home and you're like, no, that's what I want.
Yeah.
Give me pizza, give me seafood, give me lobster.
Yeah.
We're all good to go.
Right.
I think it's the things, too, that you grew up doing as a kid that maybe in the moment didn't seem that special. But when you can take your children to do them, because I just took Katie up to Boone and Blowing Rock for the weekend and got to take her to some of the places that I went with my family. So Grandfather Mountain and Blowing Rock and Mystery Hill and just all those little, even some of the little, like the Daniel Boone Inn. And I was like, this is what we did as a kid. And I remember going to Daniel Boone Inn was like, I mean, we have made it, guys. If we can all 6 of us, 'cause I have a big family. So if all 6 of us could go and eat at the Daniel Boone Inn, okay, guys, we've made it.
Yes.
We've made it. And when you're a kid or a teenager and you can eat and never stop eating, yes, that's the place to go.
Right.
So that was just, it was just so fun to be able to do that and stay at Greystone Lodge, which is one of our great partners that we have with the magazine and the radio station as well. And so just really enjoyed doing that and showing her the things I did as a kid that she also enjoyed too. So that was really fun and really special. Well, what's happening at the farm right now? Any events coming up? Anything we got to look forward to or anything we're excited about?
Well, we're excited about everything.
Yeah.
I am. Like, it's one of those, like, I love going on vacation, but then coming back, it's almost like that rejuvenation of like, okay, let's hit the ground running, even though we're always running. The biggest thing I think we have going on right now is we're going to start our Give and Grow fall fundraiser. So that's an online fundraiser that we have where you can order all your plants, fruits, vegetables through a secure website, and they ship directly to you, and we get a portion of those proceeds. So that's something we always do in the spring and the fall, and everything's guaranteed. So when you don't have a green thumb like me and things don't make it, it's they return it. You can return it and get a new one. So
That's awesome.
that give and grow is always fun. And then we'll regroup and be gearing up for the fall. And then November is always our big month. We kind of go big in the spring, take a little time to slow down in the summer and focus on sessions, and then gear up for the fall.
And it's August now, so we are looking at back to school time. Yes, crazy to think, but back in routines. You had said before that you enjoy going back to the routines, though. Like summer's nice, but you enjoy the routine.
Yeah, like this summer has been one where like we've kind of adjusted, like getting our feet wet, feeling out what we're doing kind of as a her and I team. And it's been great. I've been able to work. Also was very conscious about taking a day off so we could go do those small adventures. But there is something I like about the 8 to 3 schedule. Like I drop her off, I go work out, then I work till 3, then I pick her up. And that type of schedule helps me. And so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, just getting back into that regular routine. All right, I do have to mention the other very exciting thing we have coming up because it is August. So that means next month.
I know, we're just a couple weeks away.
Yes, Lake Norman Woman of the Year Gala is next month, our very first event. I am so excited. We will be revealing the top 4. We have our top 10 that people have been voting on, but we will be revealing our top 4 who will all be able to attend the gala with a guest. So really looking forward to revealing those. Our planning team's been doing a great job. So just want to thank you and everybody else who's had a hand in putting this together.
I love when you asked me to do it. It was one of those I was like, yes. Yeah. Like it's been so exciting to see the nominees come in because we had so many great nominees. And then now to see the top 10 and those voting coming in and really sharing their story. Because just like this podcast, that's what we want to do. We want to share all these uplifting stories.
Right.
And we've broadcasted their stories all over the place. Yeah. So this is going to be fantastic.
I think, and we've said this before on the podcast, but getting to hear the nominations from each of them, and that's what we've been doing over the last few weeks, is putting out each one individually and who nominated them and what they said about them. I mean, what better boost for yourself for someone to see you for who you are, or even maybe see something that you don't see in yourself. I think that's so special. And so one of the nominees reached out to me. She said, I had no idea. She said, I had no idea her daughter nominated her. It was so sweet. Another one whose husband nominated her. She saw the nomination. She was like, I had no idea. And so it wasn't even like they were like, hey, nominate me for this award. It'd be cool. Right. And that's fine if you do that too. But it was them saying somebody else sees how special I am or the work that I'm doing or the effort that I've put in, and they wanted to tell somebody else about it. And that's awesome. Just every week or every day that I get to put out another one of those nominations has been really special. And the feedback that we've gotten too from other people saying, yes, whether she wins or not, this is my Woman of the Year. And that's what we're trying to create. While this is technically, Lake Norman Woman of the Year there's only one that's going to be picked. Right. But throughout this whole process, being able to celebrate all the women, which is what the magazine's all about, just celebrating women and how special they are and the work that they're doing in this community, whether you're a stay-at-home mom or you run a multi-million-dollar company and everybody in between, whatever you're doing.
We really have the gamut of everything.
We do.
And so it was really neat because, the first year you're doing things, you're trying to figure it out. We're doing the best we can. Right. And it's one of those, we think we're doing great. We know we're doing great, but we're doing the best we can.
Right.
And so to see all the nominations, and then like you said, to hear the words, as we were reading through, I'm like, well, she's got to win. Well, she's got to win. Well, she's got to win. Everybody's got to win.
I know, really. Everybody is a winner in this because what we're doing is we're just highlighting the amazing women that live here. Yeah. So whether you were nominated or not, just know that this event is for you. Whether you're the one that's receiving the award or you were nominated, this is an event that is just meant to shine a light on the amazing women in our community. So I'm so excited about it. I'm so looking forward to it. And like Katie said, we have learned so much so that we can do it bigger, better next year. Yeah. But this planning process has been just so wonderful to get to know Katie and the rest of the team that has helped me put this together this year as well. And then just to get to know more women in the community. It's just helped expand our circle, I think.
Right. Those connections. I mean, we talk about it all the time. Connections are key.
Right.
And these are women, and I feel like, well, I don't feel this way. people tell me that I'm highly connected and that I know people.
You are highly connected and you know people, Katie.
But if you ask me, I'm like, I don't know people.
Yes.
Yeah, we went to dinner last night and I walk in and there were some friends there. So I was chit-chatting with them and they're like, okay, well, you obviously know people if you walk into it. And I'm like, okay. But with that being said, like, these are women. I think I knew one.
I think I knew two. I think I knew two that were on the list. And so I've gotten to know them through this process too, which helps me widen my circle. I've even got to know some people who were nominated but weren't chosen for the top 10 because we had over 100 nominations.
Wow.
But I've gotten to know some of the women who were nominated. I was like, I loved your nomination. It was great. You weren't chosen this year, but maybe next year, not get nominated again or have someone nominate you again because it was really, really hard to come down with that top 10. It's going to be even harder to come down with that top 4. So, but yeah, just really looking forward to celebrating all the women of Lake Norman and getting together with 160 other people who are there to celebrate with us. So.
And we get to get dressed up and we get, the glitz and the glam and all the decor that Erin has picked. I think that's been the funnest part is when she started talking about this, in the back of my head, I'm like, oh boy, this is a huge endeavor. Like, this is going to be a lot of work.
This is not a Sunday school party. Like, this is not cheese and crackers and mints, the little butter mints. No, we're going big. We're going big, you guys. So,
But it really hasn't seemed, it's been a lot of work.
Yes.
But because our team is so strong and diverse, it hasn't been like this overwhelming, like, oh my goodness.
Well,
what
one person isn't carrying the load.
No, and that's what makes the team.
That's what makes the team work well, and that's what makes this event, right? And that's what we're all about with the magazine and what we're doing with this podcast. We're not meant to carry these loads alone. We're meant to live in community with each other and making those connections. That's right, Charlisa. All right, we'll be right back with more on the Lake Norman Woman podcast, and we'll get to know Charlisa a little bit better. You guys do not want to miss this.
Dreaming of starting your own podcast but don't have the space or gear? The WSIC Podcast Studio has everything you need to bring your content to life. With multiple sets that can be tailored to fit your needs, state-of-the-art lighting, and camera equipment, you'll be ready to create high-quality content. Need a photography studio? We've got you covered with our professional cyclorama wall. Bring your own camera and let our expert producers handle it. Email social@WSICnews.com to schedule your tour today. The WSIC Podcast Studio, where your ideas come to life. Looking for deeper self-discovery and emotional growth? Soul to Soul Connection offers supportive space where horses help you understand your inner world in ways traditional talk therapy can't. Our certified professionals guide you through meaningful experiences that foster reflection, healing, and renewed perspective. Best of all, these services are offered at low or no cost for veterans, first responders, and their families. Learn more at healingwithhorseslkn.org and start your journey toward greater well-being today.
Imagine a home where every inch is designed just for you. At The Closet Niche, they create custom solutions based on your specific needs. From closets to build-ins, garages to wall beds, their locally created solutions deliver functionality and elegance. With a lifetime warranty, best price guarantee, and award-winning service, you'll see why they've won Best of the Lake 2 years running. Get your space reimagined. Visit theclosetniche.com today.
Welcome back to the Lake Norman Woman podcast here from Studio C in Cornelius.
A nice chilly Studio C.
The nice, cool Studio C in Cornelius. Yes, I'll try not to say welcome back to Good Morning LKN while we're sitting at this table. It's just habit. But our guest today is somebody who I'm so very pleased to introduce. She has strength, heart, and purpose, and she is nothing short of inspiring. Meet Charlisa, known as Coach C, the crushing chemo chick. She is a cancer survivor, coach, and she walks alongside women as they move from fear to freedom, from surviving to thriving. Her mission is deeply personal and profoundly impactful to help women reclaim their power, their peace, and their joy after cancer. She is also featured in this month's issue of Lake Norman Woman magazine and our Spotlight to Teachers because she's also a children's book author. Welcome, yes. Charlisa. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for extending the invitation. And I'm so grateful to be amongst you ladies today.
Oh, just love having you here. So you were on Good Morning LKN with us, told a little bit of your story, But tell us how you got started as a cancer survivor coach and what that looks like as you're walking alongside these women.
Yes. Once I have completed and gone through my, journey of the cancer and survived it, not just survived it, but noticed that I'm thriving. I returned back to work and I was like, wait a minute, there's more to it than just this. And so had my coffee conversation with the Lord, and he actually told me, said, okay, this is what I want you to do. And I'm like, I don't know if I can do that, Lord. That's telling my story.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk and tell people about that journey.
Yeah.
Because at first it was just a matter of privacy. Even my coworkers didn't even realize that. So I don't know. And then one day I just was looking on social media and I seen how someone had expressed how they were having a difficult time or a challenge emotionally. And I was like, wow. Then I kind of made my comment and share with her. But then I was like, okay, it was this person and it was another person and another person. And I said, okay, Lord, I see what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
So then that's where I decided to go forward and develop with Crushing Chemo Chick, and that I was going to be a cancer survivorship coach and kind of help guide other women along the journey. Let them know there's life beyond the diagnosis.
Mm-hmm. There is. And you mentioned so much the thriving, right? Not just surviving, but thriving. What does that look like to you?
Yes, thriving is actually living. Sometimes we can be in this world and we're just existing. We're just going through the motions. We're, going through whatever our calendar tells us to do. We allow the calendars to dictate our steps. But it should be more that we get in tune with ourselves and then live. What is my purpose here in life?
Mm-hmm.
What is it that I can leave as my legacy? When I'm gone, what will they know me as? Or who will they know me as?
Mm-hmm.
So in that essence, it's about living. And I want to show them that, there's more behind than your title. You're more than your title. You're more than your position. You're more than, what you have in the world. It's more than your possessions. But you are someone who has significance in this world and who matters. And you need to let the world know that you do.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's someone else that needs to hear your voice.
Well, just like you said, you were apprehensive about being so vulnerable and opening up about your story when we know everybody has moments like that.
Yes.
And so for you to be able to reach out and even if it's a simple comment on social media, but just open that door, you have changed someone's life.
Yes.
We talk a lot on here about sharing your story and how you don't know how your story could impact someone else. So whether you're in that journey or you've already completed that journey or something that you can look back on, right? We always want to have someone who is farther ahead of us, who's in the space with us and who is getting there, who is behind us as well.
Right.
So we can help be led, we can be in the trenches with somebody and we can help lead someone as well.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Because I feel that, the footprints that I'm making in the sand, the terrain may have been tough for me, but I don't want it to be necessarily tough for the next woman who comes along. I want it to be easier for her because the tokens that were left for me, the golden nuggets that was passed down to me, then I'm able to take those same, it's like a torch running a race. Okay, here a torch was given to me. Now I'm running the race and I'm handing it to the next person in line. And so when I'm handing them is wisdom, when I'm handing them is understanding, when I'm handing them is knowledge, what I'm handing them is key in order to survive.
I think too, cancer is such a scary word, a scary term. I've not dealt with it in my life, but for you to be diagnosed, I'm sure it was just Katie and I have both been diagnosed with a chronic illness. And so when that happens, right, that changes you right then.
Absolutely.
It changes your life. And so while it wasn't cancer I was dealing with, it was still just a moment of okay, my life will never be the same from this moment. It's a new, all the unknowns. And so what was it for you whenever that, that very first diagnosis? Because I know you've been through it 3 times, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So what was that moment like for you?
Oh, wow. The first time it was back in 2007, of June of 2007. So it was scary. I was there in the doctor's office, and I was just sitting there, and then here's the doctor coming confirming, yeah, it's cancer. And I just started crying. I broke down. I mean, really broke down.
Were you there by yourself?
I was there by myself.
Oh, gosh.
I was living in Atlanta. My family was still in South Carolina. So it was just so happened the nurse who was there that comforted me, she asked me, she said, "Oh, I noticed that you're from Sumter." She said, "So do you know?" And she mentioned her family's name. And I was like, "Yes, I know them. I grew up with them."
Mm-hmm.
And then she indicated, "Well, that's my husband."
Oh, wow.
Her husband
There's no
and my brother
Yes.
were like best friends growing up together.
Oh, wow.
And I said, "Well, look here." So then I knew then that it was going to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, she said, "You're not alone. I'm here with you." So from just that point, then I knew that, okay, there's purpose behind this, behind the pain. So
Well, and that takes strength and
Yes.
perspective, because when
Yes.
you're in that moment of so unknown and scared and all the emotions raging, to be able to step back and say, there's purpose for this.
Mm-hmm.
yes,
There's a reason I'm going through this. Being able to kind of take that secondary perspective of everything's going to be okay. It's not going to be glitter and roses, but
Right.
we're going to make it through. That's a
Right.
powerful statement to say right off the bat.
right. And you have to have that because you have to affirm where you are
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
in order to
definitely.
know where you're going.
Yeah.
Right.
Where you desire to be. So I had to affirm where I was because the reality is this is where I am.
Yeah.
And I had to affirm that. So when I affirm who I am and where I am, then I know in which direction to take. And then I'm not going alone.
My mom used to say, it may not be well with my circumstances, but it can be well with my soul.
Oh,
And I go back to that one all the time. And sometimes we go, dang it, Mom. Yes, you're right. Right. I know. I go back to that one all the time. All right, we're going to take another break. We'll be right back with more with Charlisa, Crushing Chemo Chick. And we're going to answer our 3 favorite questions that we have all of our guests answer. All right, we'll be right back, you guys.
Ready to create your podcast, video, or photo shoot? The WSIC Studio is your one-stop shop for all your content needs. We offer multiple sets that can be tailored to fit your vision along with state-of-the-art lighting and camera equipment. Plus, our Cyclorama Photography Studio provides the perfect backdrop for stunning visuals. Bring your own camera or use ours, with expert producers to guide you. Email social@WSIC News today to book a tour. The WSIC Podcast Studios, your content, our expertise.
Are you ready for a fresh approach to healing and personal development? At Willow Equine, our certified professionals offer equine-assisted therapy that harness the powerful connection between horses and humans. We provide counseling, mindfulness, and leadership development tailored to your unique journey. Discover new insights and transform your life through the sensitivity and wisdom of horses. Visit healingwithhorseslkn.org to learn more. Begin your path to well-being today.
Winning Best of the Lake 2 years in a row, The Closet Niche is not only locally owned and operated, but their products are manufactured right here in Lake Norman as well. With a lifetime warranty and best price guaranteed, they deliver stunning, high-quality designs tailored to your specific needs. From closets to pantries, laundry rooms to garages, and more. Their work speaks for itself. Visit theclosetniche.com to get started on your 5-star experience today. Visit theclosetniche.com today.
Welcome back to the Lake Norman Woman podcast. Sitting here with Charlisa, the Crushing Chemo Chick, Coach C, and gorgeous woman. I mean, I'm always so impressed by just your look. You're always so put together, too, Charlisa. I am continuously impressed by you. You're gorgeous.
Oh,
Gorgeous inside and out,
Yes,
too. I think that's what's so special about you. You do have an event coming up in October at the Heritage House in Morrisville. Tell us about that.
yes. I'm so excited about it. Actually, I've partnered with Marissa Allegrito. I'm not pronouncing her name correctly. I know. I'm sorry, Marissa. But she's of Skinfinity and Beyond.
Yes.
She's the owner. And so she and I are going to be hosting a Radiant and Rejuvenate Spa Day for cancer survivors, thrivers, fighters, overcomers, and their caregivers.
Perfect.
And
You gotta get the
that's
caregivers
amazing.
in
The
there.
caregivers need it
Yes.
too. I think sometimes
Yes.
they get forgotten.
They totally do.
Yeah.
They go
yeah.
through the journey just as
Mhm.
well, the sea of emotions. And so this will be a time period for them to take a pause and just to have us to pour into them, with love and care and give them inspiration and hope that they can still continue in journey. And so this is going to be held at the Heritage House on October the 26th from 1 to 5. And so we're excited about
I'm
that.
so excited
Yeah.
about that.
Yes.
I'm so excited about that. When you talk about the thriving, living the full life, not just after, you're in remission, after the treatment's over, but while you're in treatment, what does that look like when you're walking alongside someone?
Yes. When it comes to that part, it's the self-care.
Mm.
And, self-care is not just so much of being the indulgence of, the bubble baths or the pedicures or the, massages. But it's more of being in tune with yourself spiritually and emotionally and mentally. And so as well as physically, because those are the physical components of it, but mentally and emotionally, it's you connecting, with self and accepting the changes that's taking place.
Mm. Oh, that's hard.
That's a hard one.
That's
Yeah.
whether you're going through cancer treatment or not, accepting the changes that happen in your
Yes,
life. That's a
yes.
tough one.
Yes. When your life turns and changes, once you have hair and you don't.
Mm-hmm.
With women, we're like,
That's a
ooh,
big one.
It's a big one.
one.
It's a big one.
I still struggle with it today.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
But even with, losing a body part, such as
Yeah.
your breast for breast cancer
Or
survivors.
scars. I mean, there's
Scars.
scars.
The
You know?
scars are like reminders of what happened to you, the trauma that you went through sometimes
Exactly.
too. Yeah.
I have a port in that my port that really stands out. So I was kind of like always wanted to cover it up and not be shown or seen. And then one day I was in this restaurant and I was sitting there and the person came up to me. It was a gentleman. And he said, I have one too. I kind of looked at him like strange. And then when I looked at it and he said, your port, I said,
Mhm.
okay. And
It's that club. It's that connection that
Yes,
you don't want to be in.
yes.
And yet when you're in it,
yes,
having
yes.
that recognition.
Right.
I see you. I know what I know what
Right.
you've walked and what you're going through.
Exactly. And he said, see, with men, they can cover it up. They have their shirts and whatnot. But women, we know we want to wear our dresses,
Right.
sundresses, and it may show it and expose it. So I was one, okay, yeah, this is me. Because this scar right here is reminding me of why I'm alive today.
Oh gosh, that's
So
amazing.
that's how to look at it different.
I think the perspective you have is just so special, and that's what you can help other women who are going through it too. Because perspective is everything, and I know that's
Everything.
so important in your healing, in your journey. And what you say that I think is so amazing is when you say, "I am healed."
Yes.
Yeah,
I am the
is that
healed.
something that you
Yes.
came up with? Was that's you, right?
Yes, it's still coming from, from the word of God. I am by his stripes, I am healed.
Mm.
So it's like I am the healed. I am the one who is healing, walking in my healing, marinating in my healing, living in my healing, smiling in my healing, surfing in my healing, whatever I want to do, but I'm doing it in a healed space.
Mm. Yeah,
When
gosh.
you're doing it, that's a bit.
Yeah.
It's not this past or present, or it's that process, the ing of
Yes.
this is happening.
Yeah.
and we're
Yes.
gonna do it every day.
And that saying
Continue.
it in the present, I know that
Yes.
there's a lot with meditation. Whenever you meditate, you say
Yes.
things in the present. You're not looking forward or behind. And so
Yes.
that's part of what you're doing too. You're staying present. You're staying in the moment.
Yes.
You're not looking ahead. You're not saying what I used to be or what I will be. You're saying what I am in this moment.
That's right.
That's amazing.
That's right.
That's
'Cause you just
amazing.
have to be.
right.
Mhm.
Sometimes we joke. One of the trainings that we've been through is we check in every day, and it's I'm Katie and I'm Katieing.
Yeah.
Because maybe Katieing is
Yeah.
glowing and happy. Maybe
Right.
Katieing isn't as glorious as it was yesterday, but it's that ing of I'm here today,
Yes.
and that's what you get.
And that's what
And
you do,
sometimes
right?
we say this all the time too on the podcast. Sometimes your best is different every day.
Yes.
Oh,
Right? What's
absolutely.
your best? Maybe 75% one day and 115 the next, but it's
or
your
2%.
or 2% too, but it
Right.
is your best for that day and you're showing up that way every single day.
Right. And then when you show up with intentionality.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of times people say, well, it's just a matter of showing up. No, it's more than just showing up. It's how you show up
Mhm.
when you show up. And so I show up with intentionality. I show up with expectancy. Because you got to have expectancy. If you don't have expectancy, then you're just wandering in the wilderness.
Yeah.
You know,
And I think that
no vision.
resonates through you. Like whenever you meet or talk with you, you feel that energy rating, whether you're in your hot pink and then today with your big bold earrings, that's how you show up, how you truly are.
Yes. Because this is how I was before, post pre-cancer diagnosis. Was one that was into fashion. I was a model. So it kind of just come naturally for me. So even afterwards, I'm like, okay, while I was going through chemo, I still dressed up. I had my heels on. And they would be like crazy, walking around with a pole, you connected and in your heels and
you're
you're weak.
it. You got this.
But you're still you 100%.
That's still me,
Yeah. And to just not lose who you are when you're going through, that's tough. That's really tough when you're going through a tough time, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, to not lose who you are is a tough space to be in sometimes. So you've perfected it, Charlisa.
Oh, thank you.
You definitely have. All right, we're going to ask your 3 favorite questions we ask all of our guests. Number 1, what is your favorite thing about Lake Norman?
The lake.
Oh, just the lake. There
It's
you
the
go.
lake. I just find peace there. I am one with the Lord there. I just love the view, and it's just puts a smile upon my face. It's the lake.
Everybody has their place where they find their rest, their peace, and it's the same for me. I can just sit there and look at it all day. I just feel like Katie gets her horses. Yep. It's being in the field with her horses. But everybody has that space. And so once you find it, you don't ever want to leave it. Yeah.
Right.
You know where you can retreat to.
You can always return.
Yes. It's always there for you.
Yes.
What is one of the best pieces of advice you've received?
Be true to yourself. Too many times we're trying to put on this facade or, wear this mask and try to be someone else or try to please someone else or people pleaser. But what about just
living for yourself?
Living for you. Just be true to you. I don't have to prove anything to anyone else other than myself. I don't have to be accountable other than myself.
I've heard someone say before, and I try to go back to this a lot, is the person you're most likely to break a promise to is yourself.
Absolutely.
So when you say the people pleasing, like trying to make sure everybody else around is happy except for you.
Right.
And so just remembering that like I should keep a promise to myself as much as I keep one to you and to Katie and to my children and my job and my husband. Like I should keep a promise to myself just as well.
Yeah. And even with that, it's just a matter of saying yes to you.
Yes.
We say yes to everything else, everyone else. But when the last time you say yes to you?
Yeah.
And I think that's that takes time. I think, and I can at least say for Mamie and I, is that we've been through so many different life experiences where that wasn't possible or it wasn't safe to authentically show up as who we are. And yet now, like we joke, when you hit 40,
you just don't care.
You just don't care. And I never understood that, but it's almost like you finally care about yourself. You finally care about what's important. You finally stop caring about what other people or certain people think about you. And now you can say like, yeah, here I am.
Yep.
That's right.
Life is amazing. But we had to go through all those trials and tribulations in order to be able to say like, wow, look at how much I sacrificed. Or look at when I wasn't showing up authentically. Look, feeling how miserable I was.
Yeah.
Yes.
I never want to go back there. We're staying over here in this fabulous space.
Yeah.
Right.
I had someone ask me, like, what advice would you give your younger self? And in the moment I said, do it sooner is what I said. But then when I went back and I read the interview and I looked and I was like, I couldn't have done it sooner. I didn't know who I was then.
Right.
So yeah, just that part of growing up and growing into yourself too. And realizing how special you are just as a person is.
Well, it goes back to what you said, is accepting where you are. The places I've been in my life have been phenomenal. There have been some that have not been as phenomenal, but you have to accept that as part of your story and part of your journey.
Right.
And it all leads you to this place right here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. And you always find the joys in it. That's another one of my themes is that, find the joys. If you're not, you're in a space and doesn't feel too good, or you're in a situation or you're going through something in life, how to say life be lifing.
Yep.
So when life is lifing, find the joy in it.
Well, and show the gratitude to every part. Because I think so often we're gratitude. But you also have to be grateful for those darker moments, those shadow moments in life where it's really hard to find the gratitude sometimes. And yet those are the moments that define us. And that can change your trajectory.
Right.
Absolutely.
You getting diagnosed with cancer, that's not a moment you necessarily want to be grateful for. And yet within that,
I wouldn't change it for the world.
You wouldn't change it.
You wouldn't be who you are today.
No.
You wouldn't be who you
Exactly.
are right now.
It strengthened me even more so. Yeah.
Yes. All right. What's one of your core values?
Honesty
Mm.
and integrity.
Integrity.
Yep.
That's the one we hear a
That's
lot
a
on
lot.
here. And
Yeah.
and I love it though. I mean, I do love
Yeah.
it. And I think that we don't speak out loud about our core values enough.
Mhm.
But when you do say when you stop and reflect
Yes.
and you think about it for a second and you say, who I am is honest and I have integrity.
Yes.
And then it makes you be that in that moment. Yeah.
Right. Right. And then that's what I expect.
From other
Yeah.
people.
Expectation. You know,
Mhm.
you expect that from others as well. I don't think it would be good or cohesive for me to be amongst others who don't see themselves in that way or don't carry themselves
Yeah.
as such.
You do.
So-
It's true. And my mom said this too.
Mhm.
You become the people you surround yourself with.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so if you say that I have honesty and integrity, then you need to surround yourself with people who act in that same way.
Right, because bad company does corrupt good people.
Oh,
It
absolutely.
does. It does. That's
Mhm.
something you learn when you're younger too.
There's a song about that or a band about it or
I'm
something.
I'm pretty sure there is. Yeah, just my daughter too, Katie. She'll say, "Yes, Mom, I know I shouldn't have been friends with that person. Like you were right. You were right." And I was like, "I'm just saying. I'll just say I don't think she's good." But then she said it back to me. She's like, "I don't think that's a good friend for you to have, Mom."
Natalie's done that a couple of times too. And I'm like,
I don't think she's bringing you up. I think she's pulling you down. I was like, okay.
those aren't your people, Mom. That's not your person. And I'm like, what?
How do you know that? Yes, but they're watching too. You know,
Right,
our children are
exactly,
watching.
exactly.
Speaking of children, you wrote a children's book. Can you tell us about that really quickly?
I wrote a children's book. It's entitled Healing Hugs, a mother-daughter story of love and resilience. And it's phenomenal. It's more of a communication starter where you can, for those who have been diagnosed with cancer, they can sit down with their children and actually have the conversation. And there's a journaling portion in the back of the book where it asks reflective questions where the parent and the child can have the conversation to know what does this journey looks like? What does it mean to me? And what does it mean for them? What does our future look like? So it kind of helps them along the journey. And so I'm excited about that.
Yeah,
So,
that's
It
a
is so
great tool to
needed.
have. Definitely needed. Definitely. We had Rainbow Kids. We had two
Leanne
people,
and
Leanne
Meredith.
and Meredith.
Mhm.
Yes, that work with Rainbow Kids who work with people who have lost a parent, either from cancer or from something else. And
Yes.
it's so needed because while you're going through this journey, we talked about the caretakers, right? You're going through
Yes.
this journey, but your caretakers are going through it. Your children are going through it too. And a lot of
Right.
times you don't have the energy to support them,
Yes.
to help them understand. You're just trying to take care of yourself and your needs that day.
Right. Right.
Well, and how do you have that? I mean, really, we're all moms. How do you have that? How do you even fathom having that conversation? So, if your book can allow, here's a blueprint,
Right.
here's an experience, here's a way that we can bring this down to a child's level.
Yes.
Yes, it's graded towards cancer, but I have a feeling those reflective questions could be used in so many different ways. Like if we had that
Absolutely.
when
Mhm.
we were diagnosed with Crohn's
Right.
or any of the illnesses, to be able to sit down and be like, yeah, I don't know what this is going to look like. And
Right.
mommy's scared. And,
Right.
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 there might be days where this is going to happen. I don't know.
Right. Right.
And the book was written after the experience with your
For my cancer journey, along with my niece.
niece. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And at
So
the
the
time,
questions that she had and how to help her understand what's going on.
the process, how we work through it. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yes.
courageous for her because I know so often kids are like, I don't know, or they'll shut down. So
Yeah.
being able to bring those conversations to the table.
Oh, absolutely. At the time, she was 4 years old when I was initially diagnosed. Now she's a rising senior
Oh, wow.
in college.
wow.
So she'd be graduating in May. And it was just a hard thing because she did shut down. During the teenage years, it was just like the third time when it happened again. And then she was in high school. It was like a battle,
Mm-hmm.
so emotionally and mentally. So I had to really, stop everything that I was doing outside of the home to focus upon her and helping her through it.
and help her to understand that, you know, we don't know what the future looks like, but we know what we're doing right now.
Right.
And right now we're together.
Yes. Because she was a fear, like, okay, where's Auntie Lee's? You know, because she was living with me. So
yeah.
it was tough. Yeah.
Well, knowing that there are days that you want to shut down. Shutting down is easy.
Yeah.
Shutting down is way easy.
It's
It
a
is
lot
the-
easier.
Trust me, I'm the queen. I was the queen. I am the queen of shutting
Katie.
down. Yes, I was Katie. I can Katie very well. But having them be like, yes, I see you shutting down. I know you're shutting down. Auntie Lise wants to shut down too.
Yeah.
And yet we also we're in this together. We are in these trenches together, and let's not
If
make
we
it
don't talk to
harder.
each other, then neither one of us is going to, you know, benefit. You know, neither one of us are going to do well if we don't talk to each other.
Right.
Yeah.
Got to have that open line of communication. Because when she stopped and shut down, I'm like, okay, I don't do well with that.
Yeah. That's when you have that come to Jesus talk. So.
Come on,
Like,
sister.
help me. Like,
Let's go.
please,
Yeah,
what's going on?
Nothing. I'm fine.
I know, right?
What is the attitude?
I don't have one. We might be in that stage right now.
Yeah, we've all been there. We've all been there. Whether it was us or we're dealing with a teenager or we have
Right.
dealt with a teenager, we've all been there. Charlisa, thank you so much for joining us again today on the Late Normal Woman podcast. Excited for your article in the August issue, so you guys can pick it up at any Harris Teeter, hundreds of businesses around the lake, or it may even be in your mailbox. So check it out. Yes, pick it up, read it, and then go see Charlisa October 26th, Heritage House in Mooresville.
Yes.
Follow her on all the socials, Crushing Chemo Chick, and then your website, crushingchemochick.com.
Yes.
All right, that's where
Yes.
you can find her. All right, thanks, Charlisa, and
Thank
we will be
you.
back next week. We promise not to take such a long break this time.
No,
Katie.
we are back at it.
We
It's
are
on the
back.
books.
That's right. So we'll be back next week with another great episode of the Lake Norman Woman podcast.
Have a great week.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Wanna see you. I just wanna see you.